A sugar-coated bitter pill is still a bitter pill.
But that's the thing about life, right? It's not just about what you're learning, it's also constantly about what you're unlearning. Like, can you as a woman have a life where you're decentering men?
Like, imagine people 5 years younger than me are talking about marriage and kids and what are you going to do, who's going to take care of you. Are you crazy? Ugly people can fall in love and somebody can love them also.
Yeah.
It's fine. We have loved ugly people.
When I see a confident woman in bikini, I love it. I don't care how big or small or tall or like, I don't care about any of those things. If a woman is confident in what she's wearing, it is the sexiest thing ever.
Black makes me look thin and green makes you look fat. Hi everybody, welcome to a new episode of Wait, One More Thing. I'm Neha Kapoor.
I'm Jyotsna Mamani.
Hi Jyotsna, how are you feeling?
I'm great, I'm feeling good. A little bit annoyed though, something that has been on my mind because it happened just yesterday. I didn't tell you the whole story because I wanted to tell you here right now on the pod. So, met somebody and I was dressed pretty well yesterday, if I may say so myself.
When are you not?
Stop it. But I was in this short dress. It was looking very nice, a very cool look. And this auntie, she looks at me and says that, "Tu badi smart lag rahi hai." And I was like, "Oh, this is great. That's a good compliment. Thank you, auntie." But wait for it. She follows it up with, वो तेरा थोड़ा अभी पॉडकास्ट वगैरह चालू हो गया ना, इसलिए अभी आजकल एक्स्ट्रा स्मार्ट लग रही है. And then she made it worse. Then she took it into a whole category of which I can't even call it a compliment or backhanded compliment. He's like, हाँ बस तू बस थोड़ा सा इधर, and specific area she pointed, and this was in front of people. She pointed, almost even prodded कि बस यहाँ और यहाँ से बस तेरे को थोड़ा सा कम करना है, बाकी तो तू मस्त दिख रही है. And then I was like, yeah, we have the compliment train has left and we are now in borderline insult category.
No, full on insult.
Yeah, but I was in my own happy high. I didn't say much. I just smiled it off. I said, okay, take it, and I just left. Didn't speak to her for the rest of the evening. But yeah, these things, stay with you. Like in the moment I actually didn't care, but it's been on my mind since then. So clearly it did affect me in a certain way. And it just made me think about how, no matter how much you disguise an insult as a compliment, it is an insult at the end of the day. And even backhanded compliment sometimes does not cut it,
A sugar-coated bitter pill is still a bitter pill.
Exactly, well said. Yeah.
You told us this story on the group a little bit, and we were like, oh, come on, this is just a clear insult. How dare she? How dare she point out things that she needs to Photoshop on your body? It's like people just want to nitpick. Many people just cannot give you a straight compliment. They just have to add a little bit of insult or sprinkle some caveats to it. That I like how you're looking, I like who you are, but improve this and improve that. I mean, those things don't have to be said.
Exactly.
Especially when they are about your physicality.
True.
Right?
True.
We spoke about this in a few episodes ago, that if somebody can change something in the next 10 seconds, then point it out.
Call back. Yeah.
Exactly. Can I lose my weight in the next 10 seconds?
Also, you don't know the actual story behind it, right? Like even something as simple as losing weight, which might seem like a compliment to you, you don't know what the person is actually going through, right? And I think you should share your insight about this.
Any comments about weight or somebody's body are never a compliment unless that person has shared online or on a group with you or directly to you that, I'm trying to lose weight. Can you keep me accountable? Maybe then, yes, you can say, oh, I can see the results they're showing. Whenever we meet somebody, it's obvious to notice if there has been some change, right? We also think like that sometimes, that, oh, this person does seem to have lost weight. But then you have to stop yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to share every single thought that has come in your mind.
Exactly.
Right? So I have gotten this quite a lot that, oh my God, you've lost weight, you look better now. And that was a phase when I was so depressed, I was not eating for 5 days straight. So you don't know how that person lost weight.
You don't know everybody's life. It's just one part of what you're seeing, and even the other way around. Because also sometimes a friend of mine, actually college friend of mine, he shared this with me, that I had met him after quite a few months. Okay, and this is when we all had graduated from the college, and we ran into each other. So I obviously saw, I have eyes, that he had gained weight. But I obviously didn't comment on it. I spoke to him generally, ki, aur bata kya chal raha hai, this and that. And he, in the middle of the conversation, got slightly emotional and he said, जो recently मुझे जो भी मिल रहा है college का, they have been constantly commenting on my weight. You are probably the first person who hasn't even mentioned it. I was like, yeah, because that is, and I truly believe this goes for everybody. I think how we look is, and I know that's true for us, it's the least interesting thing about us, you know. There is so much more to any individual than just how they look. So I said, yeah, I didn't think it was important enough for me to mention. And then he आगे बढ़ के then, you know, shared whatever his struggles were with it. And I was like, see, exactly. The whatever weight he has gained is because of this struggle. So when you just meet somebody after a few months and just बिना सोचे समझे put a comment like that out there, you have no idea how it's actually affecting the person because they already had their struggles and now you're adding on to their struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, despite the fact that I was going through depression and not eating properly, I was still a confident person like I am now. So it did not affect me that much. In fact, I said things like, I remember saying to one person, not to everybody, because sometimes you don't have a comeback, yeah. Baad mein you can think, oh, I should have said that. You know, in hindsight.
Taking a shot, you're like, oh shit,
Oh shit. In hindsight, you have the most savage comments. But I remember saying this to one person who had met me like twice in my life. And she said that, oh, you've lost weight. You look so much better now. I'm like, yeah, but I was also happier back then, na?
Nice.
Yeah.
How did they react? I'm very curious. Do you remember their reaction?
Taken aback. Yeah, and then I changed the topic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we should not comment on anybody's bodies. And I'm sure we've made this mistake in the past and that's how we learned. I can't recall if I have done it, but I'm sure we have because that is the default thing that people say. And we have heard our relatives and our neighbors and people like that talking to us like that.
Growing up, it never felt weird or out of place or even strange to ask somebody.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about life, right? It's not just about what you're learning. It's also constantly about what you're unlearning.
Yeah.
If you're not evolving, then we're going backwards only.
Absolutely. So people think a lot of these things they say are compliments, but they're not, which is why we're talking about backhanded compliments today. And I think for a long time, I didn't even know that there's a thing called backhanded compliments. But eventually you get to understand this and, you know, you probably read an article about it or something. And now we know backhanded compliments exist. And we are going to discuss a few of them today. Some we got from people in our personal lives. And some we have maybe read online or maybe in pop culture. And let's go. Let's discuss.
Go. I think this is going to be very fun.
Yeah. So weight is one thing. Whether it is lost weight, gained weight, whatever. That is always a backhanded compliment.
100%. Yeah. Always. Like, no two ways about it. We are on the same page about that. And weight wale, all comments. I think I usually say it the other way around. Like, let's say somebody I'm close to, a friend or a family member, whoever. And I know they've been sharing their fitness journey online. So, you know, then it feels very validating जब कोई positive comment देता है तो I will say कि हाँ, you know, I've been following your fitness journey online and I can see उसका effect. You're doing a great job. That's it. You can just stop there without going into details of तुम्हारा ये तो tone हो गया पर ये थोड़ा सा बचा है फिर उसके बाद सब सही हो जाएगा.
That's what a lot of people will do.
Yeah.
Backhanded compliments जिनको देने होते हैं. So why do people give backhanded compliments? It's some form of insecurity. Right? Because I don't know why they just can't give a straight compliment. They just have to follow it up with an insult. Because I think one is insecurity. Second is lack of communication skills.
I also see who is saying it. Like, I'm like, this is all you know. So I also can't blame you. Like, you know, some older women commenting on the fact that I'm 32 and not married or whatever. But I also know where she's coming from because that's all she knows. Ki, तुम क्या करोगे if you're not married? तुम क्या करोगे कि बच्चे नहीं करोगे? Like, for her, it's this alien concept कि ऐसा कुछ हो भी सकता है क्या life में?
Yeah.
Like, can you as a woman have a life where you're decentering men? मतलब, for her, it's, you know, the strangest thing she's ever heard.
But you know, these things are more irritating when they come from people your age or even younger than you. Like, imagine people 5 years younger than me are talking about marriage and kids and what are you going to do, who's going to take care of you. Are you crazy?
Yeah, they don't get any leeway. They're like, I'm sorry, fuck off. मतलब, तुम क्यों ऐसे बेहुदा सवाल
How dumb is that? You're younger than me, but you're dumber than me? Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you guys are supposed to evolve. You are the newer generation. You're supposed to be better than us. You're not supposed to ask us the question that the oldies are asking us.
And they do sometimes. Now probably the frequency of this has reduced because I scared them away. But there was a time when people even younger than me were asking me things. That's just so stupid. I
Exactly.
completely judge you if you do such things.
Yeah. Younger people I'm not giving,
Yeah.
especially if you're online, if you know how things operate in this world. Uske baad if you're asking this, then it's on you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you are just a judgmental person.
Correct. I always remember pure compliments. I will never forget somebody, being nice to me. But I do tend to forget the backhanded compliments because my brain is just like, remove all the trauma.
Kachra
Yeah.
nikalao.
So, took a printout.
Let's go.
Let's go. So, since we are talking about, people commenting on your relationship status, I think you are so pretty, you are so great, how are you still single is never a compliment.
Exactly.
It's not.
It's never a compliment.
And I'll explain why.
Yes.
Men especially think this is a compliment. Especially on dating apps. When I used to use dating apps, I've heard this quite a lot. Oh my god, look at you. How are you single? And I get turned off.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Immediately.
First of all, your looks have nothing to do with your relationship status. Look around you, look at the couples around you. The ugliest people are in marriages.
Because of arranged marriages. That's exactly.
Whatever be the case, I
Yeah.
mean, ugly people can fall in love and somebody
Yeah.
can love them
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Of course.
We have loved ugly people.
Unfortunately, yes.
So, it's okay. I mean, but the way you look has nothing to do with your relationship status because what that person is trying to say is, how has somebody not picked you yet? What is wrong with you?
Basically, hum sab mar jaat, we are sitting here, we are the ones judging you, है ना? And किसी ने तुमको ऐसे pick क्यों नहीं
Pick
करा?
क्यों नहीं किया?
As if you're at what, like getting a puppy, adopting a puppy, कि this one I want, मतलब ridiculous notion.
Like you don't have agency basically.
Yeah, exactly. कि ऐसा तो हो ही नहीं सकता कि I consciously decided, because men, I decided to not go forward with any of you.
Yeah. And I think because this happens because men cannot believe that you're single by choice because men are never single by choice.
Yeah, they can't relate, essentially.
Very few men I've known in my life who have made the choice to be single are single by choice.
I mean, it's a very small number कि हम उंगली पे गिन सकते हैं. I also know literally one person. Literally one person. I think you can also think of maybe two or three. Not
maybe
more
two
than
or
that.
three who
Yeah.
were single by choice. But most men are not single by choice because they know that marriage benefits them. Having a girlfriend benefits them
why
in
would
many
they?
ways.
Why would they choose
So
it?
when a woman is single by choice, they can't believe it and they're like, oh, since you're pretty and since you're tall and since you're educated and whatever the criterias that they have in mind, how is it that you are single? I mean, how can you choose to be single? So, not a compliment. What's next?
And
on
also,
your
why
list?
do you want to
sorry.
say... No, I just want to say, why is this the first thing you want to say to someone? I just find that only ridiculous. Ki there is this gorgeous girl, जिसके आप pictures देख रहे हो, and instead of just being like, oh my god, you're beautiful, can we go out? The first thing you want to say is, how are you single? No risk, no game.
I remember
It's
saying
not
this
happening.
to one or two of them, like, shouldn't you be happy I am?
Yeah, exactly. Like, isn't it like good for you right now if you're trying to like hit on me?
Yeah.
So essentially, we'll decide कि ये backhanded compliment है कि compliment है insult
अच्छा,
है.
okay.
Okay, these are our categories. Okay, black looks good on you because it makes your face and body slimmer.
Insult.
straight. I think that might be an answer for a lot of these. Yeah, just be like, oh, black is your color, black suits you, and just put a full stop there.
Or you looking great, you look great in black. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why does it
Or
have to
if
be
you're
there?
poo, you can say, black makes me look thin and green makes you look fat.
You look great for a mother of certain number of kids or for certain age. And I'll tell you why this is so much on my mind recently, because I started watching the show Grace and Frankie, right? I told you about it. And usme there is this one particular scene where she's 80. She's actually recently discovered that she's 80. She is... That was funny.
I love that show.
She goes into this meeting and she's very, very professional, always calm ki baat. And I love that about her. She's like, she sits down and people are surprised looking at her, this much older woman. So they obviously are like, oh, you? And she's like, yeah, I'm 80 years old. Yes, I'm her mother. And okay, great, we got that out of the way. They compliment her, you look great for your age. Wahan tak bhi chalo, theek hai, fine. Done. And then they sit down and she gets down to business. But these people, the people she's having meeting with, are constantly like, do you need a cushion for your back or your lower back? Are you okay? Oh, do you not want to speak up? It's okay. We'll come closer to you so you don't have to get up. And she's like, काम की बात करो ना यार. Because the moment they knew her age and how great she looked for her age, nothing else mattered. Her professionalism, the fact that she's the one who's actually created this business from day zero
Yeah.
to where she's brought this company. None of that matters. The only thing that's in their mind is she's 80 years old and she's still working. Oh my god. But it's like, again, that is the least interesting thing about her character.
Yeah.
The fact that she's 80. I think she might have her flaws or whatever as a character, but I really admire the way she. And the second business she creates in her 70s, that is incredible. It's no easy feat, you know?
That is straight up ageism. Please go watch our Aging is a Privilege episode, but after this
Shout
one.
out.
Yeah, that is straight up ageism. And whenever people hear how old you are, they tend to put you in a bracket. And also, like you said, that you look great for a mother. That is, I would say, a backhanded compliment. They're trying to say that, you've taken care of yourself or whatever, and you don't look like traditional mothers. But do you really have to say it? Do you have to put down other mothers?
Exactly. And also, again, you don't know their lives. I think the world has shifted in a lot of ways. Yes, our mothers looked or look a certain way, and then what's so bad about it is my question. So, also, when you say you look great as a mother of 2 or 3 or whatever, you're essentially saying all those women who don't look like this look bad.
Yeah, exactly. You're putting other people down, right? While trying to compliment this person. You can just say you look great.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that motherhood is the hardest job, the fact that anybody is a mother, even to a single kid, that in itself is such a feat. It is such a task, because we also know that a lot of these women have single-handedly raised,
Yeah.
their children. Uh, that's it. I think that deserves all the accolades and nothing beyond that. Matlab, great if she looks great. It's okay if she doesn't look a certain way. Up to her. She's already doing an incredible job of bringing a human into this world.
This whole thing about bounced back after the pregnancy. Oh God, I hate it. And the media does it so
I
much.
swear.
A lot. Like, especially when it comes to famous people like Kate Middleton. They did it to Meghan Markle. They did it to Diana. I mean, it just doesn't stop. Generation after generation. They're just scrutinizing how they look after a pregnancy.
Yeah. The
And
way Aishwarya Rai was bullied. Oh my god.
exactly. Why does she have to like bounce back to her pre-pregnancy weight?
Yeah.
She just birthed the human being.
Exactly. My god, the toll it takes on your body. I genuinely don't think people, and this is including young girls who will get there one day and not, have never experienced it. I don't think people genuinely know the kind of toll even a single pregnancy takes on your body.
But that's because pop culture and even your mothers don't want you to know how difficult pregnancy is. If everybody got to know, they will all be child free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a topic for another day.
I think another one is, and I think it is the most significant one that we're going to talk about, is you're not like other girls.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a compliment?
It is definitely not a compliment, because you're bringing down other women who,
Yeah.
as we know, are incredible.
Yeah, when you're saying you're not like other girls, and I've gotten this quite a bit, and especially from men because they think it's a compliment. Are you saying I'm not a magical fairy? I'm not
Exactly.
beautiful. I'm not incredible. I'm not intelligent. I'm not whimsical. I'm not caring. I'm not compassionate. Are you saying all that? Because that's what women are to me.
Exactly. All the women in general
Yeah.
around the world, aren't we all incredible? Like, how is that
Women make the world better. And I think you're not like other girls is never a compliment, but you're not like other men is a compliment.
Exactly. I'm sure a lot of people actually hearing will agree to this, because in the general consensus of the world, and this is something even men will agree with, we know most men are incredible and we know most men are not. It's the same thing as all these men online जाके तो ये लोग बहुत ऐसे अपनी छाती से ऐसे बोलेंगे कि not all men, don't put us in a box, don't do this. But then the exactly same men, when they become fathers to daughters, when their daughters grow
Yeah.
up, they'll sit them down and be like, किसी आदमी पे भरोसा मत करना. Don't trust anyone, because I know I have seen this and experienced this from my own father. He has said these exact words to me, like, don't trust any men.
Yeah.
And this includes, unfortunately, even extended family members.
Yeah. I bash men with my father all the time. And I think it's because we grew up with feminist fathers who understand that not all men are to be trusted. And whenever men say not all men, hashtag not all men online, I'm like, yeah, not all men.
Yeah.
You're right.
Guys, oh my god, I never looked at it like that. Yeah.
No tall men.
Yeah, that is the only way we're supporting this hashtag. Capitalizing the N and the T.
So, yeah, whenever they say things like, especially when I was vocal on Twitter and I was talking a lot about bashing men and feminism. Feminism is not bashing men, but I specifically like to bash men.
Yes, let's make that very clear, the distinction.
So they would say things like, oh, your father is probably like that. That's why you think. I'm like, no, it's the opposite. Because my father is amazing. I know that men are capable of a lot more and I expect better from them.
Yeah, exactly. I think one of the biggest reasons I have not taken the step of marrying a man is because of how incredible my father is and the kind of marriage I've seen my parents have. That is actually the biggest reason. It's not like, oh my god, I was scarred with a bad marriage. No, it's just because my standards are just that high. I know, like you said, what a man is capable of. And when my standards are that high, this is the kind of love I have received from my father. Why the hell would I accept anything even, 1 point less than that? Usse zyada, yes, gimme. But usse less, hell no.
यार उतना ही मिल जाए बहुत है उससे ज़्यादा तो
I think it's pretty impossible.
Yeah, although Jalulu is the Sululu,
yes,
like our last episode. But yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, the standards have been set so high by our parents that they feel impossible to match. But yeah, I guess someday, if I exist, someone like me also exists. So
True.
We'll see. But I think I would blame my dad a little bit because I have reverse daddy issues.
You can maybe talk to your own dad about just being like, as a therapist, you giving me
So it's
reverse daddy issues.
You're so amazing that I don't see anybody else matching up to it. So why would I settle?
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think my mother also thinks that, she... And I think she's been thinking about this for years and years now that she's going to find somebody. I'm like, just because you got lucky, woman.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, I say this to my mother all the time. She's nahi beta positive raho. I say, I'm like, no, because you at a very young age, good for you, lucky for you. You found somebody for the rest of your life who also... See, us time pe bhi I feel gamble to tha. It is always a gamble. It is a gamble our mothers took and they're very lucky, and of course our dads are also lucky because our mothers are so incredible that it just happened and they matched.
But have you said this to someone? A man? You're not like other men. I think I'm gonna start using it whenever I start talking to men. But ऐसा कोई मिला ही नहीं आज तक who's not like other men.
I think I've said this to men in terms of very specific things. A friend of mine, for example, he cares a lot about clothes and fashion, which again. I know there are men out there who care about it, but most of them don't tend to. Maybe because they think, I don't know, it's too girly. I don't know, whatever their reasons are. Maybe
there's a stereotype, right? Men are going to call him gay only.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But this friend of mine, he actually, from a very young age, this is what was inculcated in him by his parents, that, how you dress is how you're presenting yourself to the world. He's always like very prim, proper, ye tux ka ye aise hona chahiye. All of those technical jargon, and then he has good sense of fashion that also translates to women's fashion. So I have actually shopped with him before, and it's so great to shop with him because I can actually, one of those rare men I can come to for suggestions about fashion.
Yeah. So I've said this to my brother in different words because he is not like other men. He does domestic work, which itself puts him in a different category. So.
Yeah, I think I can say that from my brother. Not for the domestic work, he doesn't do it. But for the...
But he's not an asshole, simple.
Yeah, simple. And he genuinely, he loves me. The way he shows his love, bachpan se hi, in, front of everybody. Otherwise, the terms of endearment he has called me over the years. Queen Didi being my favorite. He used to call me Queen Didi growing up. And I just think it's so cute. So, I think in that way he's definitely
because brothers in India are brought up with the notion that you have to control your sisters and that is love. That's not love.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You can't do too much tarif for brothers. See, that is the
Yeah.
problem. I have so many points in my mind right now. I'm like, but wo ye dekhega,
Limit
sunega,
mein
and
raho.
he'll be like, yeah, exactly. Chota chota even kar raha hai. Not something, this is not something I have experienced, but we see this on the internet very often. Oh, and this is usually a comment under a woman, let's say, wearing skimpy clothes or a bikini, especially, right? So the comment would be, hey, you're so brave for posting this.
You're so brave for wearing this, you're so brave for posting this.
Yeah. Which is just, it's ridiculous. Why? I think she looks incredible. Also, anybody and everybody who wears a bikini, there are so many body types. You're not supposed to look a single way. In fact, I'm sorry, I think ये जो bombardment हुआ है in pop culture बचपन से जो हमने देखा in movies, how women are supposed to look in bikinis, yes, that looks great, but I'll tell you what, honestly, I find it boring now. Honestly, I truly mean it. Not in a way of ki, oh, I'm being woke or body inclusivity. Truly, when I see a woman with, the point is how she wears her confidence.
Yeah.
When I see a confident woman in bikini, I love it. I don't care how big or small or tall or like, I don't care about any of those things. If a woman is confident in what she's wearing, it is the sexiest thing ever. And I'm saying this as a unfortunately very straight woman, that I think it's so sexy to see women of all sizes.
No,
in bikinis.
absolutely. I mean, again, why can't people just say you're looking great, you're looking beautiful, you're looking amazing?
Yeah.
You're so brave for wearing that. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Am I doing something that's supposed to be scary?
Mm.
Am I doing something that's wrong, but I am not thinking it's wrong? Like, it's just so backhanded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is backhanded.
This is backhanded. Maybe not an insult, but this is definitely backhanded. Like, you could have just said you look amazing.
Right. Also, you think the intention matters here?
In this sentence, no. Like, why would it?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're saying this because of that person's body, right? You don't say that to thin women.
Oh, you will never. Yeah. Like a modelish like figure, you will never.
You will never say it.
You're so
It'll just be a matter of fact. Haan, theek hai, she's skinny, she's wearing a bikini. Yeah. Oh my god, so hot. That's all you'll say.
Yeah.
So, isko kyun nahi bola? So hot.
Exactly. Just be like, you look hot, and again, just like, shut up.
Yeah.
You look hot and shut up.
वो बोलते हैं ना, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Yeah. Yep.
This is actually the tagline for the episode. Okay, the next one. Tell me if you think this is a compliment or a backhanded compliment. And this one I have actually copy pasted from the email itself. Verbatim. This was sent to me by a client while I was sending them my portfolio and all. Before we had like officially signed the contract. She said, "You have a better grasp of English grammar than most people in the US."
Backhanded. For sure. Backhanded. Which is basically you're implying that people in my country don't know how to speak English, which I think enough Indians have proved over the years that.
And I'm sorry, Americans are not the benchmark.
Exactly.
Their English is so bad and they also know it.
Yeah. I think, first of all, most of them only know one language. But also I want an American visa, so maybe let me not bash too much. But
I have one.
True.
Don't cancel it.
Yeah. So, and I want one. So, yes, we know how to speak English, but can we not do this? I mean, it's 21st century. How do you not know that we have a huge English-speaking population in our country?
And if somebody is writing to you, wanting to write for your publication, shouldn't you just assume they know how to speak English?
Exactly. I think it would be weird if it was the other way around. That means they're not good at their job in the first place, no matter what their ethnicity is.
Yeah. And I think it was definitely because of my ethnicity. She wouldn't say this to somebody from England or from America. Like, why would she say that? So, it was clearly her bias showing. Our English, thanks to colonialism, is amazing.
But speaking of accents, this reminds me, it's not something on my list, but it actually came to my mind right now that and not something I have heard, but I have heard people, like white people saying it to Indians, oh, your accent is not very Indianish, which is great. Which I'm like, listen, if when a Scottish person speaks in a Scottish accent, you're like, oh my god, and you find it
so
fascinating.
exotic,
Oh my god, can you say this word again? Or meeting a British person, okay, I get it. We all like the British accent. But when it comes to the Indian accent, first of all, India is a vast country. Even within the country, we have multiple accents, right? It changes from what direction, what part of the country you are. And hey, if you can be so accepting of even an accent like Australian and Scottish, where I'm sorry, a lot of the times, even I, as an English speaker, find it hard to, understand some words. I don't see what the problem is with an Indian accent. So I don't think it's a compliment when you say
Yeah.
that, you don't have an Indian accent.
Certain accents are fetishized, like the French accent, like the English accent, and certain accents are put down. And those accents that are put down come from brown countries.
Yeah.
Like Sofia Vergara gets trolled all the time for her Spanish accent. I mean, the people who are trolling her speak one language.
Exactly.
Can you even talk in another language other than English?
Don't talk to bilinguals and trilinguals, and sometimes in India, quad, pentalinguals about, our pronunciation in English.
What's the next one?
Okay, the next one is, I hate this one. And I'll also tell you how I learned about this. You are so easygoing or low maintenance. Okay. Now, I think I was introduced to the concept of low maintenance from the show Friends, because that is what we all watched growing up. And usme there's this very popular scene where, Rachel and Phoebe call Monica high maintenance. And in the beginning, she's like, oh, it's an insult, it's like it's a backhanded compliment, essentially. Actually, no, that was an insult. But Chandler, being the good partner that he is, he goes up to her and he says, let them say that you're high maintenance, but you know what? I love maintaining you. And I remember when I saw it for the first time also, I was like, oh my god, isn't that the cutest thing? It's okay, let them call you high maintenance, it does not matter. But yeah, the point being, what is this low maintenance?
Yeah.
Essentially, if I have needs and I'm communicating my needs to you, if I require your attention as a partner, does that mean I'm high maintenance for wanting the most basic things from you?
First of all, you're not a car.
Yeah.
So what is all this about maintenance? High maintenance.
It's
low maintenance.
objectifying, right? As if I'm a thing that
Yeah.
needs to be maintained.
And secondly, if I'm high maintenance, I'm maintaining myself. Why does it
Yeah.
bother you? I'm not asking you to. And a lot of people use this low maintenance as a so-called compliment, like a backhanded compliment, because they're like, oh, you don't ask for much. Right? And that's so insulting.
It is, and also because I think they don't know yet that it's because I don't trust you enough.
What they don't understand is right now I'm easygoing, I'm chill, I'm a cool girl because I don't like you enough.
Yeah.
So I have no
Exactly.
expectations from you.
Yeah.
But
You've
once...
not peeled that layer.
Yeah,
essentially.
exactly. But if you have to be a part of my life, you have to understand that I will have demands from you, like I have from my
As
friends.
you should. Yeah.
Like I have from my friends and my family. Simple. And if I have zero demands or expectations from you, you're not a part of my life. Okay, speaking of men, men think that calling somebody marriage material or wife material is a compliment. I think it's not.
It's not.
I think it's a straight up insult.
First of all, why are you calling me material? That is my first problem with this. We'll come to the other part.
Yeah.
क्यों just मैं इंसान हूँ? What material? It goes back to the same thing of high maintenance.
Yeah.
मैं कोई चीज हूँ, like you said, मैं कोई कार हूँ. तो ये तो objectification पहले तो बंद करो.
Yeah.
It's I hate the word mal used for
Oh God. That is
women.
a
I hate it so much.
next level.
Yeah,
insult.
it's the same thing, right? I'm an object and I'm doing all these things for you. But yeah, there are other problems with the whole
Yeah. When you're in a serious relationship with somebody, they think it's a compliment to call you marriage material or wife material. But I was never okay with that. First of all, you're putting me in a box.
Yep.
I'm more than a wife. I'm more than a girlfriend. I do things for you not because I'm with you. I do things for you because I love you.
Exactly.
And there's a big difference.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, I get this a lot, and I've actually discussed this with my parents that in an arranged marriage situation scenario, the fact that I can cook well could be seen as a boon. But I was like, you know what? Never. Not that I'm going down that path, but if I were to, never ever mention this about me because. No, I'm actually don't. This is not an assumption you should have of me. I'm not cooking for you just because I have to run a wife. I will cook for you if I love you and I want to cook for you.
Exactly.
If I care for you, then it'll happen automatically. I cook for people like my friends, family, just because I love them, not because they expect me to or I have to. So it's just an expression of love, like every other thing.
But again, now I'm thinking,
Yeah.
wife material is not a compliment, but husband material is a compliment.
Yes. Oh my god. I do a lot of these things that I think This tells you everything.
I read something the other day that we are the first generation of women that are choosing men based on their character, and we are all single.
Tells you so much. So this is the last one on my list, okay? And actually, this is also coming from personal experience, something which is a personal experience for both of us, okay? Um, Once people get to know us, them coming up to you and saying, "Hey, I thought you were very arrogant at first when I saw you. But when I spoke to you, I realized you're actually pretty nice." What category? Compliment, backhand, compliment, insult.
Compliment, but bordering on backhanded compliment.
I agree because it depends on the person and how they say it. Because
How-
I'm friends with a few of
Yeah.
those people right now.
How they say it and what they follow it up with,
Hmm.
right? Their tone when they say it. I think it's a little fishy, it's a little backhanded, but I don't think they're trying to be. It's a little backhanded because you're saying my demeanor is so bad, so arrogant that you thought I was arrogant before you got to know me.
Okay, I'll tell you what, to be fair. I think my answer is also this, like backhanded or woe, depends on the person.
Yeah.
I will decide based on the person because I also am a human being. I have made assumptions about
Yeah.
people and I have been proven wrong. So that happens. But again, it's how I'm communicating it to that person.
Exactly.
You know, if I think I would put it like, I'm sorry. I think I had assumptions about you in my head. But now that we're talking, I think you're incredible and it'd be so cool to be friends with you. You know? So this is how I would ideally put it and how I would ideally like to, receive this compliment from people.
Yeah. And I think, of course, we make assumptions about people and we call it a gut feeling because sometimes, most of the time, it is right. Right? But sometimes you can be wrong also.
Yeah.
You have to get to know with somebody to get over those preconceived notions. But I feel like sometimes it doesn't have to be said. And I think we've also made that mistake in the past, like we spoke about. We've grown, but we are at an age now where I don't think we'll say this anymore to anybody. And I don't think people around us would also say it anymore. I think college days were a little different. You're just
We're all young.
growing up,
we're
you're
all-
understanding.
yeah,
So
yeah,
we've
yeah.
gotten that before
Yeah.
that, before I got to know you, I thought you were very arrogant and all of that. But theek hai.
But did you feel bad at the moment? Because I did. Like, उस time पे खराब नहीं लगा.
I've introspected.
Okay.
What exactly am I doing that people are thinking I'm arrogant just by my face?
I think one single takeaway, if you had to take one thing away from this whole episode, from our experiences, is that now you know how we felt, right? And maybe you have said some of these things to people in the past, and that is okay. I think, as we say in Hindi, jab jago, tab savera. It's okay now, now you can unlearn the things that were taught to you and just learn to shut up once in a while.
Sometimes you felt uncomfortable when somebody has complimented you. That is probably because their compliment was backhanded. That could also be a reason.
Yeah.
So maybe this will make you think of past experiences and not take it in future.
Yep.
Give it back. Don't think of it in the shower ki ye bolna chahiye tha.
Give
which
it
is
back, but not a backhanded compliment. It has to be front-handed.
wrapping it
Keep
up
that
here.
in mind. Let's go.
Take that hand and hit the subscribe button now. Like the episode and follow us on Instagram.